शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती वाचालं वंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यं। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। All glories to Lord Chaitanya, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Prabhupada Shri Lakshmi Haila Shachi Griha Haila Rama Jyotirgama. While with Lakshmi at his side of the Lord, the house of Shachi appeared like Vaikuntha, the most Bahire Paramabhuta Jyoti Lokite Napare. Such a wonderful effulgence constantly emanated from the house that Mother Shachi could not even see properly. So because Lakshmi Narayan are there, so the house was so brightly effulgent. Kakana putrera pashe dekhe agnishikha olatiya chahite na paya har dekha. Sometimes Shachi saw flames of fire at the side of her son, but when she looked again, they were gone.
Kamala pushpeda gandha shani shani paya Parama vismita ai chintina sadaya.
When she sometimes smelled the fragrance of a lotus flower, she was truly astonished.
Ai chinte buji lana karana vihara ekanyaya adhisthana ache kamalara. Shachi thought, I can understand the reason for this. This girl is a plenary portion of Lakshmi Devi. अतएव ज्योति देखी पद्मगंध पाई पूर्व प्राय दरिद्रता दुख एव नाई.
That is why I see this effulgence and smell the fragrance of lotus flowers. So she was getting the smell of lotus flowers without lotus. So she was seeing the effulgence without anything, any
Source
object
of
which
light.
was radiating light, and she could get the fragrance of lotus without lotus flower. So now she's concluding that my daughter in law, my son is an ordinary boy, but the daughter in law is a plenary portion of Lakshmi Devi. And that is why we not face any poverty also now, like before.
हे लक्ष्मी बधु गृहे प्रवेशिले गोदहते न जानिया सिया सब मिले. Otherwise, where has everything come from since this daughter-in-law Lakshmi entered my house? Separately, with the entry of Lakshmi Priya, there was a lot of opulence which entered Sachi Devi's house. व्यक्त है ओ प्रभु व्यक्त नहीं है.
In this way, Mother Shachi had various thoughts as a Lord almost but not quite manifest himself.
ईश्वरेर इच्छा बुझी बार शक्तिकार ही रूपे करे न कोना कालेर विहार. Who can understand the supreme will of the Lord? How and when does he perform his pastimes? ईश्वरे से आप नारे न जानिए यावे लक्ष्मी ओ जानीते शक्ति न धरे न तावे.
Until the Lord himself allows one to know him, even Lakshmi has no power to understand.
ईशव शास्त्रे वेदे पुराणे वखाने यारे तान कृपाय से जाने ताने. The Vedas, Puranas, and other scriptures confirm that only one who is favored by the Lord can understand him. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chanda Jana Vrindavana Dasa Tachu Pada Yoga Gana.
Accepting Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul, I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of their lotus feet. So now we have successfully completed 10 chapters, 10th chapter of Chaitanya Bhagavad, and we are getting into the 11th chapter, meeting with Ishwar Puri. So Ishwar Puri, whom Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would accept as his spiritual master. Hari Hari.
Jaya Jaya Mahamaheshwara Gaurachandra Balya Nilaya Shri Vidya Vilasera Kendra. All glories to Sri Gaurachandra, the Lord of Lords. In his childhood, he was a reservoir of scholastic pastimes. Sri Vidya Vilas Kendra. In Balya Leela, this was the highlight. Sri Vidya Vilas. Mate Gupta Bhave Ache Duitya Raja Adhyayana Vina Ara Nahi Kona Kaja.
In this way, as Gaura, the best of the Brahmanas, confidentially lived in Navadvip, he had no engagement other than study.
Jiniya Kandarpa Koti Rupa Manohara Prati Angini Rupama Lavanya Sundara Ajanu Lambita Puja Kamala Nayana Adare Tambula Divya Vasa Paridhana.
His form was as enchanting as millions of cupids. So one cupid itself is so attractive, and here Kandarpa Koti Rupa Manohar. So Koti means millions of cupids. Each of his limb was incomparably charming. His arms extended to his knees, and his eyes were like the petals of a lotus. He chewed betel nut and dressed divinely.
So actually, one cubit can enchant everyone. And here his beauty is compared to millions of cupids. Sarvadaya parihasa murti vidyabhane sahasra paduya sange abhi prabhu chale. Now look at this unique Aishwarya of the Lord. As the Lord walked with thousands of students, by the strength of his knowledge, he entertained everyone with his sharp wit. Sarvanavadvipe Brahme Tribhuvanapati Pustakena Rupe Kare Priya Saraswati.
Vishwambhar, the lord of the three worlds, traveled all over Navadvip holding in his hand his beloved Saraswati in the form of a book. So now, this pastime, what we are reading, I mean, it is so supremely attractive and simultaneously so different from the pastime what Krishna Balram has done. You know, it is very, very different. The rasa itself is different. And here Mahaprabhu is always surrounded by men, boys. When he comes as Krishna, the emphasis is so much on gopis, and here the emphasis is so much on boys, and he is tasting, relishing Vidya Ras, and the only lady who's close to the Lord at this time is Saraswati, and that too in the form of a book.
Navadvipe Nahi Panditera Nama Ye Asiya Bhuji Beka Prabhura Vyakyana. There was no scholar throughout Navadvip who could understand Nimai's explanations. Savek Ganga Dasa Mahabhagyavana Yaranani Prabhu Kare Vidyara Adana.
The Lord discussed his explanations only with the most fortunate Gangadas Pandit.
Sakala samsari dekhi bole dhanya dhanya Enandana yaharata haratona dainya. All the materialistic people said, the parents of this boy are certainly glorious. What can they be lacking? Yadika prakriti dekhe madana samana Pashandi dekaya yena yama vidyamana.
So actually, when we read Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, the portion when Krishna is actually entering into the fighting arena of Kamsa. So when Krishna is entering, there are different categories of people and they are perceiving him differently. So there also the description is there that the ladies think that Cupid is entering. You know, he was so attracted to the ladies. And then the elderlies, Yadus and Vrishnis, they were thinking that small boy is entering. And the Brahmavadis, they were thinking as if one light, effulgent light has entered. So similarly, here it is described that how different people are seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu differently. So all the ladies considered the Lord to be as attractive as Cupid, and the atheists considered him as death personified.
Pandita sakala dekhe jnana brahaspati He mata dekhe save yare namati. All the learned scholars considered him equal to Brahaspati. In this way, everyone appreciated the Lord according to their own mentality. Dekhi Vishwambhara Rupa Sakala Vaishnava Harisha Vishada Hari Mane Bhave Sabha.
See Pushpambar's attractive form. The Vaishnavas felt both jubilation and lamentation.
So jubilation we can understand. Lamentation, why they were lamenting? Vaishnavas by seeing the Lord. तेन दिव्य शरीरेण हाय कृष्ण रस की करिबे विद्यायाः इलकालवास मोहित वैष्णव सब प्रभुरमयाया देखिया तबु खेहा देखिते न पाया.
So here we get to know why they were lamenting. So they were thinking, Hena Divya Sharir Na Hai Krishna Ras. So his body is so attractive, but he has no attraction for Krishna. Ki Karibe Vidyaya. What will he do with his education? Haila Kalavash. He is just wasting his time in scholarly debates. Because so far, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has not exhibited any interest in Krishna consciousness. So they are thinking that the boy is so beautiful, he's so attractive, only if he was Krishna. All the Vaishnavas were bewildered by the internal potency of the Lord. So even though they saw the Lord, they did not understand it. Even after seeing the Lord, they did not know that he is the Lord.
साक्षात देव प्रभु देखी केह बोले कि कार्य गुणाओं काला तो विविध्य भोले. Although they directly saw the Lord, some of them said, why do you waste your time in the fruitless pursuit of knowledge? शुनिया हसेन प्रभु सेवकेर वाक्ये प्रभु बोले तुम्हारा शिक्षा और भाग्य.
The Lord smiled on hearing his servant speak like this, and he replied, I am fortunate to have you instruct. So you are instructing me in the matter of Krishna consciousness. I am fortunate.
हे नमस्ते प्रभु गुण हीन विद्या रसे सेवक चिनीति नारे अन्य जानकी से. As the Lord thus passed his time in the scholastic pastimes, his servants could not recognize him. So, what to speak of others? चतुर्दिक हैते लोका नवद्वीपे आया नवद्वीपे पड़ीले से विद्या रस पाया.
People came from all over India to study in Navadvip. For if one study in Navadvip, he got a taste for education. So Navadvip seems to be like the Harvard and Cambridge.
Like those who come to Chennai and hear from His Holiness Bhanswami Maharaj, they get taste for pure devotional service. शाटिग्राम निवासियो निकेतताया पढ़े न वैष्णव सब रहे न गंगाया.
Many Vaishnavas came from Chattagram to live on the bank of the Ganges and study in Navadvip. Sabe janmiya chena
प्रभुर आज्ञाया
Sabe virakta Krishna bhakta sarvataya.
They were all renounced devotees of Krishna and had taken birth by the order of the Lord. So all these people who gathered from all over India, they came to Navdeep. So they were all the Krishna Bhakt. Anjo ange mele sabe padiya shuniya करे न गोविंद चर्चा नित्य वसिया.
After school hours, they regularly met together in a solitary place to discuss topics of Lord Krishna.
सर्व वैष्णवेरा प्रिया मुकुंद एकांता मुकुंदेर गाने द्वारे सकल महांता. Sri Mukunda was most dear to all the Vaishnavas. Their hearts all melted when he sang. विकाल हईले आसी भागवत गण अद्वैत सभाय सबे हई न मिलना.
In the afternoon, all the devotees regularly met in the house of Advait Prabhu.
ये मात्र मुकुंद गायेन कृष्ण गीता तेरा नाही जानी केवा पढ़े कौन भीता. As soon as Mukunda would begin singing about Krishna, everyone there fell to the ground in ecstatic love. So he's singing Kirtan, and devotees are dropping around in ecstatic love. केहा कांदे केहा हासे केहा नृत्य करे गड़ा गड़ी आया केहा वस्त्र न संभारे.
Some of them cried, some laughed, and others danced. The clothes of some persons scattered as they rolled on the ground. So much ecstasy that their clothes are.
They were not themselves.
Yeah.
हुंकार करे माल साट मारे केहा गिया मुकुंदेरा दुई पाए धारे. Someone rode as he challenged the agents of Maya, and someone else caught hold of Mukunda's feet. माता उठे या परमानंद सुखा न जाने वैष्णव सब हार कौन दुखा.
In this way, the Vaishnavas enjoyed great ecstasy and forgot all form of distress.
प्रभु मुकुंद प्रति बड़ सुखी माने देखी ले मुकुंदेरे धरे ना पाने. The Lord was most satisfied with Mukunda. Whenever the Lord saw him, he would stop him. प्रभु जिज्ञासे न भांकी वाखाने मुकुंदा प्रभु बोले किछु नहे आर लागे द्वंद्वा.
The Lord, what will he do after stopping Mukunda? So the Lord would then ask Mukunda some clarification on a point. And when Mukunda answered him, the Lord would say, wrong, wrong, wrong. And immediately an argument would begin.
So this was Lord's rasa with his devotees during this time. Mukunda pandita bada prabhura prabhave पक्ष प्रतिपक्षकारी प्रभु सने लागे. By the mercy of the Lord, Mukunda was very learned. Thus, he was able to present arguments and counter arguments to Nimai's challenge. So he was a good match. हे मत प्रभु निज सेवक चिनीना जिज्ञासे न फाकी सबे हरिया.
In this way, the Lord recognized his devotees by challenging them for clarification on some point, but they were all defeated in the ensuing arguments. So this rasa he was enjoying with his devotees by teasing them.
श्रीवासादि देखी ले हो की जिज्ञासेना मिथ्या वाक्य व्याय बाहे सबे पलायना. Shivas and other devotees were all challenged in this way by the Lord, but they would all run away in fear of wasting time in useless arguments. So they would all avoid the Lord. Sahaje virakta sabe Shri Krishna rase Krishna Vyakhya Veno Ara Kichu Nahi Vase.
The devotees were naturally detached due to their advancement in Krishna consciousness. They did not care to hear anything other than the topics related to Lord Krishna. So when they would see the Lord, they would think, oh, yeah, get time waste kara rahi. Let's change our direction. So from distance, they would see Nimai Pandit is coming and they will take a turn and go from a longer route just to avoid Nimai Pandit.
देखी ले प्रभु माता भागी से जिज्ञासे प्रभु दीते नारे के शेष उपहासे. As soon as the Lord saw any devotee, he would challenge him. And when he failed to give the correct response, the Lord would tease him. यदि केहा देखे प्रभु ऐसे न दूरे सबे पालये न फाकी जिज्ञासा डरे.
If any of them saw the Lord coming in the distance, they would run away out of fear of being challenged.
कृष्ण कथा सुनीते सबे भालवासे Paki Venu Prabhu Krishna Kathana Jigyase. The devotees all love to hear topics concerning Lord Krishna. But Nimai did not mention anything about Krishna when he challenged them. राजपथ दिया प्रभु आई से देना पढ़ू यार संगे महा अवधत रचना.
One day, as Nimai walked on the main street with his students, he displayed symptoms of great pride.
मुकुंद यायेन गंगा स्नान करी बारे प्रभु देखी आड़े पला इलक तो दूरे.
At that time, Mukunda was on his way to take bath in the Ganges, but when he saw Nimai coming, imagine this was Ganga Snan time, but he saw Nimai coming and he ran away.
देखी प्रभु जिज्ञासेना गोविंद रस्ताने हे बेटा हमारे देखी पलाई लखेने. गोविंद बोले ना मी ना जानी पंडित हार कौन कार्य वाच लीला कौन भीता. Seeing this, the Lord inquired from Govinda, hey, why did this boy run away upon seeing me? Govinda replied, oh Pandit, I don't know. Perhaps he went somewhere for some work. प्रभु बोले जानी नाना ये लागी पलाया पाहे मुख संभाषा करीते नायुयाया.
I know the reason why he's avoiding me. He does not want to speak with a non-devotee.
हे बेटा पढ़ा ये याता वैष्णवेर शास्त्र आजीवृत्ति टीका आमी वाकानीय मात्र. This boy studies only Vaishnava literatures, while I explain only Panji, Vritti, and Tika. So you see that the devotees don't associate with Lord also, if Lord is not talking about Krishna. Amara संभाषे नाही कृष्णेर कथाना अतएव आमा देखी करे पलायना.
And Lord is Lord. He's residing in everyone's heart, so he knows. So he's telling that I do not speak anything about Krishna. Therefore, he ran away when he saw me.
संतोषे पाड़े न गाली प्रभु मुकुंदे रे व्यापदेश व्याकाश करे नापनारे. The Lord called Mukunda some ill names, yet he was actually satisfied with him. At the same time, he indirectly disclosed his identity. So externally became very upset with Mukunda, but internally he was very pleased with him. प्रभु बोले यार बेटा कत दिन थाका पराइले कोथा मोर्या एडाइले पाका.
My dear boy, how long will you avoid my clutches? Do you think you will escape my association by running away? So Lord is declaring actually that soon, very soon, you all will be dancing when I'll be singing Kirtan.
हंसी बोले प्रभु आगे बढ़ो कत देना तबे से देखिबा मोरा वैष्णवे रचना. Smiling, the Lord said, when I finish my studies, then you will see my Vaishnava qualities. हे मदा वैष्णव मोहि हरि मो संसारे अज भाव आसी बेका आमार दुयारे.
I will be such a Vaishnava that Brahma and Shiva will come to my door.
Shuna bhai sabai amar vachana Vaishnava hai mo mohi sarva vilakshana. My dear brothers, listen to me. I will certainly become an extraordinary Vaishnava. हमारे देखिया ए बे ये सब पलाया ताहारा ये न मोरा न कीर्ति गाया.
Now, even this statement, what Mahaprabhu is making at this moment, was sounding so full of pride, that those who run away from me today will chant my glories and qualities tomorrow. So he's in that mood. Etika
बोलिया प्रभु चलिना हसीते घर गेला निज शिष्य गणेर सहिते. After speaking in this way, Nimai smiled and returned home with his students.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Nimai returned to his home with his students, and let us all return to our home. And tomorrow morning, we will meet again with a sacred morning japa session. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.